WWE fans, welcome to the Backstage Jabronis. I'm Jeremy York. He's Daniel Snyder. We are the tag team champions of all things WWE media. So much to get into. We know SummerSlam just happened, but as always, I like to see how my tag partner is doing. So, how are you, sir?
Doing good as always, man. This belt's getting a little heavy, but I'm gonna have to hold it for another month because this
Yep.
was a this was
Yes.
a
Yes.
title reign that this was almost a Goldberg squash match against you. Night one, I went undefeated. Night
Night
two,
one was, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do real well on night two either. So and then they threw us for a complete loop to open up night two anyway. So,
Yes, they did. They messed up
but
my yeah, but hey, it is neither here nor there.
and I had people that were in the picks contest that we will get to in a little while because it was chaotic. That immediately as soon as it happened, because let's see, night one I eventually joined the broadcast, the live broadcast. I caught up to it. Night two I was watching from the jump. From the time that match happened, my phone lit up a few times for people in the picks going, "Hey, this match is getting thrown out, right?" I mean, there's no way to know that this was going to happen. I was like, that was pretty much the plan. Yeah, I made that decision as soon as it happened. It's not going to matter if it was thrown out or not, honestly, because nobody got it
Nobody
right.
got it right. Yeah.
No, this, like nobody even. We'll get to it, but we'll just say we'll get to it. Nobody even mentioned what actually happened. So, because if so, I would probably give you credit. But since our last broadcast, there has been a SmackDown. There has been the PLE called SummerSlam both nights. There has been a Monday Night Raw, and there has been another SmackDown that just happened last night. We were kind of talking before that two SmackDowns ago, we'll kind of start there. Two SmackDowns ago, there was not a lot. We did find out, I think we mentioned on this show because it was late, that Last Legend did beat Julia. She took the last spot in SummerSlam. We'll talk about her effort in a minute. I did see something that is of note. I don't know what they are calling their team or faction, but there is a new member that joined Tama and Tala Tonga, and it is the Hall
Haku.
of Famer Haku, their dad. Now it gets weird. Just trust me when I say it's their dad. It gets they're technically when you throw in the other brother too, Tongaloa, they're all like half brothers. But I promise you, their dad is Haku. But that's going to be fun because they're kind of setting up their own little bloodline. I wonder if they'll bring the other one back and have all three of them and Haku because if they start acting like the Gorillas of Destiny, which is what they were over in New Japan, then look out because they are one of the most vicious tag teams there are. And that's when they were Tongaloa and Tama Tonga. Tala was never
Oh,
really part of that.
they are they are still referred to as MFTs,
Okay.
but they're now Mother Effin Tongas is what it stands for.
That sounds more like something they would go by.
Yeah. Originally
I like
stood
it.
for My Family Tree, but now it's Mother Effin Tongas. And anything that's got possibly the most dangerous, possibly the most shoot, the realest scary person, Haku. If you want to hear stories of wrestling and just who the realest, most dangerous person was, um, go watch on YouTube different stories
Haku
about
or Ming
Haku.
Sword. Yes. And
Yeah,
yeah, I'll throw it out there too that just trust me when it's and they're not even Ric Flair, who has been known to embellish the story, is like this is 100% accurate. It's if you're in a bar fight, you better be on Haku's side, or it was nice knowing you.
he's bit a nose off.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah,
I think you spit it back at the guy.
yeah. So hey,
It's
and
apparently
you look at
really
him
nice though,
now.
unless you make it mad.
You look at him now, and I feel like he'd still
I ain't gonna
bite your
try him.
nose off. I'm not either. But
He should
yeah,
use. Come here.
that Friday
I'll
night,
go beside him. Yeah. But
That
that,
Friday night, it was nothing much. We seen
no.
Lash and then that tag team.
Well, I give it though. Ray Phoenix and JD McDonough was a fantastic match. They had a match that also involved Dom and Danhausen and all that, but they snuck that one in there. But it turned into a really good one. And like I told you, the I'm not going to spoil the SummerSlam match until we get there. But having Chelsea, who I think took the pinfall, and Tiffany, a current champion at the time, take a straight up loss to Michin and BFAB the night before the big pay per view was I didn't understand that one because I
Um,
honestly thought it was going to be one of those two that were going to win it anyway. So it was kind of weird.
I mean, yeah. It, yeah, I guess. I feel
Well,
like it
because
was a lot of little
it didn't
domino.
help. It didn't help BFAB and Michin at all. It didn't. Suddenly they're just world beater tag team. It's like, no, you got a solid win on a Friday night before a PLE that didn't lead
I
to
think it's
anything.
really just it was setting Lego pieces for what they're building for SummerSlam and what eventually they built for the this past Friday as well.
Yeah, but I guess we move on to SummerSlam.
SummerSlam night one. Do we want to go in the order that we have on our paper or in the order that it was aired?
We'll do the order that it happened. I don't have to keep up with the paper because I've got it all written down. I showed Daniel this before it started. This is what the dry erase board looks like for all the picks. I think in the future, outside of the big four, we're not going to have that many people involved. In fact, because I do have to throw this out here. I apologize to Kyle Charisma, who had sent me his picks, and I did not announce them on the show, but I did write him in, and it did kind of factor into something. So I want to give him full credit. I don't have to prove it to anybody, but in case you wanted to see it, I can send you the text message and the timestamp. He did send it in, I think a day or two before we um, started. In fact, he said he's not real good at the picks and everything like that. But when he found out it was for a chance to take down Carson as the champ, he said, "Oh hell yeah, I'm in." So kind of tells you where he's at with that.
All right. Well, yeah, I remember you messaged me and I was like, oh, it's all good. And then it did get
Yeah,
kind of juicy. So night one started off with a banger, a really good match. Liv Morgan defending her title against Io Sky. Um, I I know I picked Liv because I wanted Liv to keep the title. I don't think Io would be a good champion. I'm sorry, Io, nothing against you. I'm just really big on people being able to talk if you're champion, and EO is still incapable of talking unless you want to read subtitles. I'm if I want to read subtitles, I'll watch a Japanese or a karate movie and enjoy that. I don't want to
and
read
disclaimer
subtitles
that
when
is
watching
Daniel
wrestling.
saying that. So Mr.
Yes.
Naraku, Mr. Evil, if you are watching, his name is Daniel Snyder. I'll take you to his house
Hey, come
after
on
we
over.
eat.
I would tell you to your face, learn to speak the language of the country you're in. I'm sorry. And that's nothing. I love everybody to come here.
Yeah,
Just I love everybody here. Everybody come to
I get what you're
America,
saying because when you're in a
learn
public
the language.
role like that,
Yes, yes. If you're
it
just
can
visiting,
matter.
that's one thing. Talk to who you can, but when you're in a major role, you got to be able to talk. I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, because in
I'm
all fairness,
already
too, when you watch New Japan, obviously a majority of them are from there, so a majority of them immediately just speak Japanese fluently and everything like that. But a lot of the Kenny Omegas and the other people who are not from there, there's one over there, they make it a point to try to learn the language where they can at least say a promo. They
acknowledge
might
the
talk in English
fans.
majority of the time, but they'll
Yeah,
also say it in Japanese. And I was like, I can
yeah.
appreciate that.
I think John Cena is well known for learning the language of everywhere he goes.
Well, I mean, he knows
Uh,
basic thugonomics, so that's kind of universal.
there you go. Io, she like they both put on a good match. I think it
They,
was a great match. Um, I think night one was great all around. Night one did not have, with the
It
exception of
scared
one
me.
match, but I was a
It
huh?
scared me that night two might flop because I went night one brought it. Like
Yes,
bell to bell, first match to camera on to camera off. I was just like, oh man, night two has got something to they've got to bring it.
yes, and they try. We'll get to it when we get to it. Um, the second match,
Yeah,
I think I might have even messaged you, or we might have talked about the second match a little. I know it wasn't during the match. I think I messaged you and asked you if you were watching it. I believe that's what I
yeah.
did.
Because
Um,
I think I told you that I was like 20 minutes behind the live feed or something. I always tell people when they ask me, "Are you watching?" Yes, but I'm this far behind the live feed, or yeah, I'm watching live, so that in case you are going to tell me something, I'm caught up to where you're at.
yeah,
Um,
and I believe my response to you was Solo is the fucking man. Or
I told
something
you
to do with Solo. Something to do
he
with
might have the
Solo.
best. He has the best outgoing personality of maybe the entire family. Like only because I'd put him up there with the stories I've heard off camera from about like Umaga and Rosie and some of those. They said like, look, they had to play tough guys or they had to play the Island Warriors here, but oh man, they were just fantastic off those. Like, no, Solo is getting a chance to like show everybody who he really is, and he's funny.
Well, he was in there with Jay, and he
And Jay's like, no, you can't. I can do that. All right, and then they did it anyway, and I was like, that's how cool Solo is that he can
it
call for
made yeah it
somebody
made Jay
else's
mad.
gimmick, and it happened.
And LA Knight got the pin, ended up getting the pin, and there was a hug at the end of it between LA and Solo. I watched an
Yeah,
interview with Solo afterwards, and they brought up the whole when you came. He said that when he came in to the WWE, when he was brought up, that he was quiet pretty much for 2 years. He was the enforcer, and then he took over when Roman had to leave, and he then became the bad guy. He
yeah.
said he felt like he played the role that had to be played so that when Roman came back, it would be something. He said, and then now they're finally letting him be himself. He said he's loving this. He said now everywhere he goes, he hears pow 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 pew pew. He said he hears that everywhere because of that one. And he said that I usually try a lot of this stuff around my family, and if it makes them laugh, I know that it'll make the crowd laugh. He said so that's kind of bouncing stuff off of them. So I mean, this is Solo said this is who he loves being. This is he hopes that they don't have him change anytime soon. That he's
I
really
hope not.
enjoying what he's doing. If they're smart, they won't.
Well, because he's got the entertainment factor like a Danhausen, where he's got the comic relief and he's funny, but he's more than versed on a talent like Danhausen's fantastic wrestler, but Solo is just he can go on another level. So he can face a Roman and still cut up and have
And
his
he
own little
has.
jokes in there, and they're hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
I did find
So
it. Yeah, you asked me if I was watching, and I was at a
yes.
show. And you said, "Why is he pointing at you?" And I was like, "Well, he said I'm going to point to the coolest guy in the room," and he was pointing my direction. Turns out it was a little kid behind me. He was actually trying to point at. I was in the way, so he. But no, that's for people who don't know, that's famed ring announcer Jason Boyd from out here in West Georgia area, the West Georgia Wrestling Show.
Oh, so tired. Yeah, but I remember because that just caught me. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
So it started off two great matches and then followed up by yet another great match.
it
Gunther
did.
versus Nick Aldis.
Yeah,
And
all this
I
can
don't
still
know
go.
how the time of the match ended up being 11 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, that's the time that I got. And I told you there's somebody where it mattered who was 20 seconds off, but somebody else only missed it by 6 seconds if it would have mattered. Now, of course, it didn't. You were already completely clowning me at that point, but somebody was 6 seconds off of that time. I said 11:34. I was the absolute closest to it, but it didn't matter. That's like saying I had the prettiest gear in the match, but I still got it handed to me.
Yeah. um, Nick showed out, man, and the fans let him know that he still had it.
Sure.
Um, and it was great to see his wife get in there and his child, and they celebrated a little bit. We'll see more of Nick night two. Um,
Oh yeah, he didn't waste any time because he actually went to the back, uh, handed something to Triple H before Triple H could talk to him, and he said, I'm a man of my word. Here's my resignation. I appreciate it. I took an opportunity that was presented to me to be the GM for 2 years because it was a chance to get here and to do all this and to have a chance to finally wrestle in a WWE ring at a major PLE of all things. He goes, that's more than I could have ever asked of anything. And Triple H goes, so this is your resignation? Yep. Get back to work. And yeah, he spent he spent about 14 hours before he got right back to work.
got right back to work and showed that he can be unbiased, even though, yeah, we'll get to
He
that.
made the right decision. I give him
Ye-
that, and I'm not defending the person that he helped out in that situation. I 100% agree that person deserved that opportunity,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
and and then
it
some.
was it was a nice, like I said, it was a nice addition, even though it threw a curveball into everything. The
But
fourth match of yeah,
then there was another thing all behind it.
yeah,
But we'll get into it.
another whole
Fourth match.
curveball. The fourth match of the night, Fatal Influence went against the Bella Twins and Paige. It's almost like I was so perfect with these picks. It was almost like I helped write the show because I believe I mentioned in our when we were talking about when we were making our picks, um, I said the Bella Twins will lose and they were jump Paige after,
Yep.
and the Bella Twins lost and they jumped Paige after.
Yeah.
But it was so obvious though.
Oh yeah.
You looking for your note that says sign us
Yeah.
or hire us or some? Yeah,
Something.
that was your cue to have it.
I know. Somebody has tried to redecorate over here. Oh, there it is. There it is. Somebody has tried to redecorate.
Hire the Backstage Jabronis for your writing staff. Or you can just continue to watch our show and just do what we say, which is what you're doing.
Yeah,
Stop.
but I mean, I'll be honest. WWE, this is for you. Watch the camera right here, WWE. It don't even have to be that much. I'm pretty good with just a WWE check to help you guys out and to write for. I'll give us one show even. I mean, I feel like I could give me a one off or something like that. I'll write for a house show. That's fine with me. Just
This is
give us
this
a
is my
chance.
offer. This is my offer I'm gonna offer you guys. I'm for the long term. I want to do it every year. Just give me, you know what? You can give me 100,000 a year, which ain't nothing to you guys. I guarantee 100,000 a year ain't nothing. And obviously, since I'm on the writing team, I get to be at every show. I'm happy with that. That means I could
Actually,
still I
actually,
could
I
still
don't
have
know that
money.
the writing show goes to every show.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they'd want me there so that I could help
Yeah.
with in case something happens. Like for instance, how the Nikki is now going to be the main Bella on screen because Bree got hurt.
Or scapula, which by the way is your
The
shoulder, I believe.
the Bella twins can't stay on TV because they can't stay healthy. Bringing them back was stupid. I'm
And
going to stand on that.
she actually got hurt during the match. It wasn't the a lot of people thought it was the post jump of Paige. It wasn't. She was full on. She was doing this the whole time when Nikki was actually laying it into Paige. So they
But
better watch it because Nikki starts spouting her mouth off again like that, and Paige will make sure she's on the shelf too.
that was the shortest match. I'm looking at the match times. It was the
Yeah.
shortest match of the night. Thank goodness. It was 7 minutes and 30 seconds. The only match that was less than 10 minutes. and it deserved to be the shortest match. This was the match where people go and they use the restroom, get concessions. Um, Hopefully, they were
Now what?
back in time to see a great tag team get win the tag team belts. Special Influence are going to be the future of the women's wrestling, along with JC Jane leading them.
Let's see.
So,
No. This was the return bout, right?
what you mean?
Like Fatal Attraction already had it. This
No.
was trying to win it back, wasn't it?
Oh no, I thought it was. Oh no, this was that's right. No, this was just a regular 6-woman tag team match. You're right. You're right. Okay,
Oh
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I was looking.
yeah. It was just a 6-woman tag. Okay, yeah, because they were supposed to
Yeah,
get a
yeah,
return
yeah. That's
match.
right. They
And
had already lost the titles.
see how
And
confusing this
Paige,
is.
yeah, for real. And Paige is the one that caused them to lose the match. She's the one that got
Not,
pinned.
I'll say it, not their own dumb style.
Yeah. The next match, unless there's anything you want to say about that fourth match.
Congratulations to Laney Reed, Fallon Henley on being the women's tag team champions, and congratulations to JC Jane on leading up just wicked sick faction that I don't think it's going to be very long before JC has a belt too. I think I know which one.
Yeah. We'll talk about that here shortly too.
Mm-hmm.
The next match was champion CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. And this was
You
it
know,
was a good match.
here's what. See if you can guess it. What do you think my favorite part of this match was?
Cody losing the RKO by Randy Orton.
That all the confusion and everything, and I was like, something's going on. They've got a weird camera angle. Why are they showing like Michael Cole and Wade Barrett over there? And then I saw him when he popped up, and I was like, thank you for saving what was about to be a stupid, stupid ending.
Yeah, I was happy to see Randy back as well. Um,
In fact, the only person not happy to see Randy was Cody and CM Punk, and I don't really care about their opinion about it. So that worked
yeah,
out.
it was good to see Mr. Randy make his return.
Yep.
Um, it was
I
the
think it's
longest
still a
match
good
of the
match.
night, 30
It was still a
minutes.
good match. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, it was good. CM Punk's still champion, and it's interesting. We'll talk when we talk about SmackDown. We'll talk about what they're doing with that. Very interesting. Also, night two, where we'll talk a little bit.
mm-hmm.
And for the main event, Oba versus Brock in the Hell in the Cell. Now, it was a good match.
Yes.
They didn't use the Hell in the Cell. This could have been a regular match. The cage wasn't used. Nobody climbed the cage.
They
Nobody
did. They
really.
did early on. Early on, they
I,
were outside and throw each other into it a few times.
but it wasn't a real Hell in the Cell match. Like when and if you look at Hell in the Cell matches in the past, it's used a lot. They're slammed through the door. They're like this. They just wanted to add Hell in the Cell to make it as the throw off. This is
You know what
it.
it
This
was,
is the
right?
final. Huh?
You know what they did basically? They combined two of the best parts of Brock Lesnar's career.
Oh yeah, he
They
was undefeated in Hell in the Cell.
Well, not just that, but it was a wrestling match, but it took place being confined in a cage as though it was an octagon. So it was
UFC,
kind of
yeah.
both. It was to tie it all together. Remember, TKO's got both. I think that's why they did it. Neither one of these guys really wanted to do anything crazy or chaotic. This is Godzilla and King Kong, and instead of letting them fight wherever they want to, we stuck them in a cage and said, figure it out.
Oba won, which we all knew he was going to. Well, not all of us. Some people actually picked Brock. Which is
I
crazy to
still would.
me.
I still would. None personal to Oba, but like I said, in our house, we're Brock people. We're
Understandable. It's just a crazy pick. Um, and so Brock went on Pat McAfee's show, and he said it. That was it.
wait for that. He grabbed a microphone afterwards. Something Brock
Yes.
doesn't do. He used to be the first to tell you that the reason why he had Heyman a lot of times was not just direction and backstage stuff and somebody to watch his back. It's because he sucks at talking. And he's just not one of those people. But he grabbed it and he said, he basically goes, I, Brock Lesnar, am the past, points at Oba, and he said, this is the future. This is the guy. And this was all unplanned. This was,
Yes, it
Oba
was.
said it after. A bunch of people in the back
Well,
were like, what is he doing? And he
you could
raised his
tell it
hand
was
multiple times. He called him back in the ring. He did so many un-Brock Lesnar-like things. You knew it was
well,
genuine. It was
you
real.
could tell it was unplanned because he went to shake his hand and Oba was just kind of looking at him like, what's going on here?
Did I
And
miss
then
the cue?
and he didn't
And he
shake his
did miss the
hand,
cue, but
so
not that one.
Brock walked up and he hugged him. And so it was like, hey man, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm letting them know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he said it. He put it out there. It was a decent match as two big dudes just being big. Like we said, Brock actually said it. He said it this time. It wasn't no leaving
Yeah.
stuff in the ring. He said, "I'm done. I'm done in the ring." Which it's he went out on a high note, I think.
He went out on his terms.
Yes. Also, after the match, I watched some of the post-show stuff.
By the
They had
way, if
CM
you
Punk.
guys aren't watching the post shows, I mean, we should almost have one for this show, if a pre-show and a post show. But if you guys aren't watching the WWE post shows after their PLEs, you are missing so much great content and just some fun moments. And sometimes it's already previewing what the Raw is going to be.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
if you watch the post show of night one, night two made a lot more sense because they dropped as many cookie crumbs as they could to where when you got there, it all made sense.
CM Punk was on there and they asked him how he felt about not being in the main event. And he said something to the lines of any match that CM Punk is in is the main event. It doesn't matter where it's at on the card, it's the main event. That's how you answer that question. It doesn't matter. You only Triple H has always said it best. Only one match can go last. Only one match.
Yeah. And I like what he said too. He addressed, I think it was night one, because Damian Priest has voiced his concerns on and off camera about it's always the same guys and the same opportunities and the same this and same that. And Triple H addressed it during the press conference, and he says, "Okay, are you more over than those guys? Are you where you are? Are you working harder? Is the crowd more into you or against you than those guys there? If you are doing the things you're supposed to do, then we're gonna put you." And that's his way of defending TKO because he doesn't believe that. But
I'm going to
TKO looks and
disagree.
goes, Cody Rhodes makes us money. CM Punk makes us money. So they're in that opportunity. And that's why a lot of times you don't, that's why Roman still has the belt. That's why
I disagree with what you said there, and I disagree with Triple H in the manner of nobody is more over than LA Knight. And they've yet to put the title on him. There's people as over as LA Knight, but not more over. I wouldn't say Roman's over LA Knight.
That was not the one I was going to say. The one I'm saying is actually not even on TV right now.
Well, then I don't know who you're talking about.
Rhea.
Possibly. That's a possibly.
Now with her out, is he catching or is she dropping a little? Yeah, but
at the same time,
and the amount of money that Rhea is making that company is unbelievable. Danhausen is selling more merch than everybody. Rhea is selling more tickets.
I'm some of us are getting tired of seeing Ripley. I'm happy to see that she's not in there. Rhea being out is giving people that deserve it. Chelsea, I'm giving away a match.
Remember
what
female
they deserve.
Cody? We call her female Cody. If she's in a match on Saturday night or whatever, well, she's going to win.
I feel that Triple H just says the stuff that needs to be said. That he's not. I'm not the biggest fan of his decisions. I know there's people around him also kind of controlling the chess pieces, but he needs to watch what he says because sometimes what he says isn't 100% correct.
Which is why they should do this. We'll take some of the heat off of you, Triple H. You can go, those Backstage Jabronis.
Backstage Jabronis and listen, and that's a great way to really throw off stuff. Calling us jabronis and saying that we're in the backstage. They wouldn't know you're talking about us. They're just thinking you're talking about the people in the back that's making you make the choices, but you're really talking about us. We all know it. This is the
Sure.
backstage jabronis making these decisions. You
Yep.
could be talking junk about TKO, but really, but it's about us.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Night one, in my opinion, 4.25. I almost want to get a 4.5 out of 5. 4.25. Now I'm gonna give it a 4.5 just because there wasn't a bad match with the exception of Fatal Influence's match with the Bella Twins. If Fatal Influence would have went against anybody else, this match could have easily got a 4. I mean, this card could have easily got a 4.5 or a 4.75. It's almost impossible to get a perfect score.
I'll be honest. A match I would have much rather seen, and you couldn't because one member was already in another match, and they're both heel factions at the moment. But if instead of the Bellas and Paige, if you'd had Fatal Attraction versus Jade, B-Fab, and Meechin, I think it'd been a better match.
Yeah, I agree. And Jade's getting
Or
better.
give me. Well, Lash was in it. I was going to say Lash, Nia, and name somebody, and I think it would have been great. Or
I think it's
no, Liv was in something. I was about to say Raquel, Roxanne, Liv. I like these trios. I just realized they're putting all these trios together.
yeah,
Which,
yeah.
oh, that okay. I can't wait till we get to SmackDown then, because boy, they added something that I've been waiting on.
Okay, so here we are, night 2.
Yes,
Night 2 starts off.
4.25. That's where I'm at on. I thought that was a good number.
Okay, we'll stick with
Mostly
4.25.
because of the Bellas. If anybody but the Bellas were on there, probably 4.5, 4.75.
Got you. I'm with you on that. Night 1 started off. They're gonna do the number 1 contender match: Finn Balor versus
Yep.
Sami Zayn. And then here comes Nick Aldis, and
And you're
he adds Gunther.
you're like, oh, cool, we're gonna get a triple. Whoa, we're not gonna get a triple threat.
And then da-na-na-na, here comes Kevin
And
Owens.
that place went nuts. If they would have had the roof on that place, it would have blew off. I think they knew it could happen, and they made sure that it was already retracted because that place went nuts. They have it 13 months ago, isn't that right? 13 months he's been gone, and he came back, and you would have thought
18.
it was a what was it?
18 months.
Was it 18? Might have been.
That's what they said. A year and a half.
Months. But he came back, and it was like I don't really want to compare it to this, but it's the only thing close I can come up with. It's like a soldier returning to their family, and like you see like the dog and the cat even going crazy, and just like everybody was like, the only problem is now is we got to figure out how to get Big E back because we got Owens. We thought we lost Owens. We got to get Big E back. I don't know how. In fact, Owens said in the post press conference, he said that as of 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, he has continual scans, and it wasn't showing enough for them to even remotely consider clearing him. But then 2 weeks ago, he had a scan, and it showed it wasn't completely healed, but it showed more than enough to where they're like, you can get back in there. We feel good letting you back in there. And you didn't have to tell him twice. So
he said that they told him to kind of be cautious, but he said,
yeah.
I'm not here to half-ass anything. He said, you're going to get all of me in every single match. And I believe that 100% when it comes to him.
And let's qualify these two extra people real quick because they're real simple. Gunther is the rightful number 1 contender. Nothing personal to Finn or Sammy. Gunther has been the number 1 contender for, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, something like that. So I get it. So he was the easy one. But people are like, oh, Kevin Owens comes back and he's instantly put into this. He even explained it on SmackDown to Sami Zayn. He said, the last match that I had here more than qualified me to be the number 1 contender, and I won that match because I beat you, Sammy. And if you remember that knockdown drag out that they had all across the arena, that was one of the best they've ever had. And I would say every match they've had has been great. He He's right. He probably would have been the number one contender back then had he not been hurt. So you had four number one contenders in there. Very
Yeah,
rare that
it was
ever
a
happened.
legit. And here's a question that we'll never know the answer to unless he comes out and says it. But who would have won this match if Kevin wouldn't have came back? I would love to know.
If if Kevin wouldn't have come back, I would say Gunther. If
I would have thought
Gunther
Finn.
if Gunther was not in the match,
I truly believe Finn was going to be the guy until the last couple weeks.
I think so because it makes more sense to have Sammy ticked off and complaining all the time. That's one of the best versions of him is the whiny
Yes.
because he's usually right. I mean, the one he did, the campaign he had before, where all he did was whine and complain, he was 100% accurate in everything he said. But
He's just a crybaby about it.
and he's great at it. I do want him to have a run at some point, but I think it made all the sense in the world to have Kevin Owens do this. I want Finn to have a run, another run, because he did have the one that lasted 12 hours, but
Yeah. Yeah. So Kevin comes in, Kevin wins it. Great match. Kevin did swanton. He literally did not hold back. And
and he pinned Sammy.
in the post show, he was very, very emotional up there on the stage. He thanked everybody. He says, "Hey, I got to thank you." He
Sure.
actually he even turned to Big E and he said, "Big E's been a big part of my recovery, big part of me coming back." And he named all the doctors. He named the physical therapists, the people that was out there helping get him back. And to me, that's huge. That's huge because these doctors they spend a lot of time with these WWE stars, helping them get ready, healing them, and nobody ever calls them out. And I'm pretty sure they don't do it for the recognition. They do it
Yeah.
because A, that's their job, and B, they're
Mhm.
doing it because they love it. But it's
Yeah.
good to see that, they really are appreciated.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I said I hate it for the other ones, but it's good. And he gave a shout out too, and I want to do that. I want to echo what he said was he called out somebody that worked or did work for other companies. I don't think she ever worked for WWE, but she is friends with all of these people, and that's Rebel, who is fighting ALS. She
Yes.
used to do TNA, AEW. She does some great work. She's a fantastic person from everything I've ever heard. The Ice Bucket Challenge is back because of her and some other ones. And she's just trying to raise awareness. But if there's anything you can do to help recognize ALS research and stuff like that, and just shout out to her for just being an amazing person and fighting this the way she has. And I just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I remember when you brought that up. And actually, ALS is it's actually what's crazy that was brought up and that we brought it up here. That's actually been one of the like in school. I did a report on it
Hmm.
because of Lou Gehrig. It's also called the Lou Gehrig disease. Um, it's a there's no cure for it right now, and
No.
it just tears your body apart. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully one day there will be a cure. There'll be, they'll add the more and more time. But yeah, it's good to give, acknowledgement to that as well.
Yeah.
First match, great opener. Both nights, great openers. My opinion, the comeback of Kevin makes night two beat night one on the opener
Barely.
match.
Barely.
Match. Okay, yeah, match one beats match one. Go to match two now. Trick Williams defending his title against Baron Corbin. Good match. It was a good
Yes.
match. Um, I I'm happy to see Baron Corbin win the title, man. I'm happy to
I
see
like what he
Baron
said too.
back. I think it was a good like 9 minutes was the match, so it wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. What I will say about night two, all the matches were short, with the exception of one, obviously, which was the main event, which deserved what it did. Main event, we'll get when we get to it, we'll get to it.
Oh yeah.
But Baron Corbin and Trick went 9 minutes. Lil Yachty was involved a little bit.
I hope he's gone.
Baron yeah, and I love
I don't
that Baron
help him.
cheated. I love that Baron
Yes.
cheated because
Be that
it
Baron.
it it made Trick not look weak. Like the only way you beat me is because you use the belt. So, but it also shows Baron's Baron. Like I said, they did a great job with this match. They did a great job.
Well, is it cheating if you don't get caught?
No, it's not. It's being strategic. So
Yep.
Baron was very strategic with that win. And
This
if
is
you're
this
not
is
cheating,
why this is
hey,
why I think nobody ever tries to defend us for our tag team belts, because you might could take one of us out in a match. You're not taking us both out because we're going to do what we got to do to win.
and if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Exactly.
Yeah. So joke's on you. Great match. Night one, my opinion, night one beats night two, second match. That 6-man tag team bet match. Solo, LA
Yeah.
Knight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Night two loses, so it's tied 1-1. 1-1. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So third, oh my God, the way these matches are lining up. The third match.
Oh no,
Okay, the third
this one's going to be easy.
no, the third match was Chelsea Green and winning that
Yeah.
title.
Yeah,
Would
but
you
on
put
night
that?
one,
Would you put?
on night one was the 6-woman tag.
No, the third match in night one was the Gunther and Nick Aldis.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was. I skipped over that one. Oh,
Yes, that's
ooh,
what I said. That's what I said. It's a toss up because hey, look, you know what? I
wow.
I've
They
and you know
they
what?
followed they followed the same format for both. If you look at the types of matches they are,
I know,
did you
I know. That's
see
what I
that?
was looking at.
I
So
just saw
so
that.
okay. So
Ah,
here's the
we're on to
thing.
you.
Here's the thing. I'm once
Uh,
again, guys. Let's. I want it to be. I want to stress this. When it comes to the backstage jabronis, Jeremy does not second 75 to 80% of the stuff I say. Totally understandable because I'm a wild one.
in all
I'm a
honesty, you don't
big
second a lot of things I say, so I mean it works out.
yeah, and I and
We're the
here's
tag
the
team with
thing.
two mouthpieces. You rarely get that one.
There you go. I like men wrestling better than women wrestling. I think the men are it's more fluent. I feel like they're better at it. Now, I say that because I've never seen, I ain't gonna say never, very rarely have I seen a bad ladder match with men. Very rarely, because it's always good.
I've
Very
seen some
rarely.
stinkers.
There's like I said, I'm talking about WWE. There's been a few.
Yeah, there's been a couple.
I'm thinking about Money in the Bank matches. I'm thinking about title matches.
Yeah,
Um, this women's match was great. They did like the and you look at this. I see Jade, and Jade is she's had fumbles. She was good in this match. Lash
yeah,
has had Lash has had fumbles. She was good in this match.
yeah. They
Charlotte,
were all
you know,
on.
Charlotte occasionally will make mistakes. She's
Sure.
great now. She is a what 14, 15-time champion or something. 13, 12. She's a lot of
12,
time
12,
champion.
13, 14, somewhere in there.
Yes. And you know what? Tiffany doesn't make that many mistakes. Tiffany's great, and Chelsea's also really good at what she does. Um, the way they told the story with this match,
Oh yeah,
like I was watching and I seen Chelsea climbing by herself the first time. And I'm like, oh my God, they're going to give it to Chelsea. And then here comes Jade's crew out here, and I'm like, no.
I did the
And
same thing.
they did the whole
There,
thing.
there was a moment though. There was a moment in this match that when that moment happened, I said, Chelsea's going to win this. You know what it was?
When she got caught and she was hung upside down.
No,
What's that?
when Stratton did the wild ladder spot, because every other match that she's ever been in, Chelsea's the one who does the crazy spot. Always does the
Okay.
one who she flies off a ladder, flies through a ladder. It's always Chelsea, just like Candice LeRae is always the one that takes the crazy bumps in these matches. So when Stratton went off the top and did the flip and took out everybody, I said, I think Chelsea's going to win. Maybe not right now, but she didn't do the wild spot. So they're saving her for the end. Because once you do that
Yeah.
spot, you're pretty much done. You're not going to do much the rest of the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know what? now that I'm looking, now that I'm looking at night 2, but we'll get to that in a second. This is really getting crazy. Um, great, great match. I'm glad Chelsea won. She deserves the title. I love her shirt on SmackDown that had intern and I forgot what was it called. Had it marked out and she said current champion or something. Chelsea's
Oh yeah.
shirt that she has. But yeah, uh, yeah, it was a great match. A great match. Would you give it? What do you think of it? What do you think of the match? What's your take? Hey, Ghosty.
I mean, I love pretty much the whole thing, and you are right that I do disagree with your take about men's over women's or anything like that, and I'm not going to say that I like women's over men's or anything either. I like wrestling. I like good wrestling. I like great
Oh,
wrestling. I
yeah.
like storytelling. Honestly, I've said that for years. Is that people that think I like certain wrestlers because of a look or a this or that? I mean, there might be a couple, or they'll be like, "Oh, you just like her because she does this," or "You just like him because of no." I like people that can wrestle. I like people that can work. We can worry about appearance down the road. I think of it like if I'm booking a show, can you do the job? Great. I can teach you the rest. I can change the way you look. I can market you a different way. Can
But
you
if you can
actually
work, I
physically
can work with
perform?
you.
If you can
Yeah.
perform, I can do something with you. It's like I'm
If you
not
can
worried
work,
about
I
the
can
other
work with
side of
you.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Understandable. Understandable.
And yeah,
The women are starting to grow on me. They are.
you need to start watching more NXT because for one, Grayson Waller just went back to NXT last week. I haven't seen this week. And he lit the place on fire with the promo he had, but he's not wrong. He took shots at himself too. He took shots at Theory. He took shots at everybody, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. But he basically looked straight into the camera and said, "Hey, fellas in the back, hey, you're being outworked by every female on the roster down here, and that's sad. Not that and he's not saying that you should be better than them. He's like, no, that the women are wrestling laps around you down here. Why do you think they're getting constantly called up and you guys are still
Yes,
down
I
here
have been
fighting on a
noticing
Tuesday
that.
night?" And he
There's
keeps
been
going. He goes, look, he said they're bringing people in. You're still down here. They bring more people in. And you're still down here, and yet woman after woman is going to the main roster just as fast as they can get them up there. And he's like,
Yep.
fellas, do something. He said, I'm having to come back down here to light a fire on, light things on fire because I'm getting outworked too. But I was like, that's it. I would say it's been true. AEW for sure, but NXT in the last 2 to 3 years has just the women's division is just on fire. Just person after person after person. It doesn't matter who they put. It seems like they figure it out and they're on the main roster. So you need to watch more NXT when you can because the female matches alone are 4 to 4.5 star matches every time they're out there.
I'm gonna have to look into it. I will look into it. So night 1 or night 2, what third match wins? I'm gonna give this one to you first, and then I'll tell you my opinion. Because right now it's tied 1-1.
I give it to night 2 because I think it was a bigger boost, a bigger kick that Chelsea finally got her due for all the work she's put in. And it's just not just a lifetime achievement award. I actually, spoiler alert, as of right now, think she beats Rhea. But that's just my opinion.
I'm thinking the
Whenever
same
that comes.
thing.
And
But
honestly,
I'm with you on
the
that.
belt could move before Rhea comes back. We don't know how Rhea's going to have surgery for everybody who doesn't know. So I don't know how long she's going to be out. But only because I knew Aldis wasn't going to win. And I knew he could still bring it. It was only been 2 years ago that he was last in ring, and it was like for the NWA heavyweight title. So it's not like he was jerking the curtain somewhere and not really wrestling. It's like no, I knew all this could still go. I knew Gunther was going to win, so I'm happy for Chelsea. I pledge my allegiance to the new Queen of SmackDown.
I give it to
Or
night 2
pledge my
also,
allegiance.
man.
I don't know what she did.
I give it to night 2 also. So night 2's up 2-1.
I was trying to see who the agent was for that match because whoever it was better have been given at least a steak dinner because that
man.
women's match was phenomenal.
I bet there was a couple of them on it. There was a couple agents probably on it.
Ooh, I just thought of that. I don't think he's been working on the main roster much with it, but maybe it was more phenomenal than we think because it has some hints of him on it.
Hey, on to the fourth match.
Boy, it's gonna
Danhausen
be
versus Dominique for human monies on a pole.
there's part of me that wants to go to WWE shop and get some of these human money. I can't lie.
I'm gonna, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna go online and see how much it is because I was actually thinking when you told me that I didn't know. I'm gonna see how much it is. I'm gonna see how many we get with it. And what I'm gonna do if I get like a stack of them for like $20, I'm gonna send human monies to whoever is the champion after each PLE. They would get a human money bill every
And we'll
single
and we'll date when they won.
Yes, yes. Like what date? So this is your human money for the Sunday night's main event. You are the defending champion as of right now. Whoever
I feel
the
like
defending
it's
champion
gonna be
gets,
ridiculous.
whoever the defending champion is, gets the human money each and every time. So there could be
Okay.
somebody that stacks them up. It'll be like the title that we give out, and I have no problem doing that. Actually, I'm curious how much the human monies is now. Are you looking it up?
Yep. If it will load, let's see. Human, no, not Humberto. Human. Wait, oh, it's still Danhausen. Danhausen. Okay, you at least
Just
get a
going
pack.
straight to WWE show.
Reserve now. Shipped on or before Tuesday, September the 8th. So, for $24.99, it doesn't say.
I'll find
I,
out.
I think you get 4 or 5 of them. I'm not sure.
I will obviously keep one for myself.
You can, or I mean, hey, we could save money, and for $29.99, we can get a Danhausen jar of teeth, and we can give somebody a tooth every time they win. It doesn't say how
Um,
many you get. I mean, there's the post.
it looks
It
like
makes.
just four,
I think
possibly.
you get four. I think you get four, and I think you get it in that little pack right there. There's
I'd
four.
have
I
to
bet
buy
you.
two of them, one for myself and then one to start giving away. So
That's a
nights, the,
lot.
the
That'd be
Danhausen
50 bucks.
match, it, it,
Now
it, it was what
you can get free shipping.
that's what matters. It was what we expected.
Yeah, it was
Um,
good though.
it was a good match.
It showed
Where
me
did it?
that Dom can go with anybody, but Dom needs to be the funny one. Where I think Solo could do it and not have to be the funny one and still be fine. Dom has to be the funny one if he's doing a comedy skit because if he's playing off the funny guy, he's not quite as effective.
Yeah,
Like when Dom's doing his best dad impression of Latino Heat, it does way better. But when he's playing off of somebody being funny, it was okay. It wasn't great. Actually, JD does better with Danhausen.
I'm sitting here reading this details. Okay, here it is. Includes 40 total bills, 10 of
Ooh,
each denomination. That's perfect.
if you
Perfect.
started a country with that, it would be a nation of denomination.
We are the nation of denomination. Yo.
Yeah,
All right. So, um, I thought Dom was going to win. I hate that they keep beating him. Um,
yeah.
I feel like Dominique's lost every bit of rocket that he had up him. I
Momentum
don't
he
know if
had.
he's made somebody, huh?
Yeah, every bit of momentum.
Momentum. That's what I was looking for. I don't know if he made somebody mad in the back. I don't know what's happened here
Same
because
thing as
he
Braun.
had.
He got hurt at the wrong time. They were both rocket ships. They weren't going to collide, so they were both rocket ships, and they both got hurt right at these pivotal parts of what they were trying to do with them. And so they said, "All right, well, cool. We'll continue this when you come back." And the problem is what they did while they were gone is doing way better. or is doing so good. The tricks and the obas is skyrocketing so quick. They're like, you guys still hang out over there. We'll call you in a minute. And they're watching those instead.
And they've tried to make up for it with Dom down in AAA,
Which he's
and
done fantastic.
yeah, he's big down there. So I mean, it is what it is. I as much I was just so on this match, but if I'm lining this up with the other match that was match number 4, this one wins. Night 2 is now up 3-1.
Yeah. Even though overall I still think night one was better.
Which is
I
weird.
But I mean, it's gonna be rough here in a minute because I know how I'm voting on the last two, and it's gonna be rough.
I know how I'm voting on the last 2 also. So, I mean, nothing really to be said about the Dom and Danhausen. I think they're done. I think there was a
Yeah.
total of five people that there was 4. It was JD and 4, or was it 6? Because I think Joe Hendry
Oh,
came down too.
um, one of the mini housings was comedian Brad Williams, who has been kind of campaigning for the last couple months. He's like, you don't even have to tell people it's me. You don't even have to. You don't have to say it's my name. You don't have to do any of this stuff here. Just I want to be a mini house. Just that's fine because I'm pretty sure he was one of them. He had something to do with it because he's been trying to be one forever.
Who?
Brad Williams, I think is his name. He's a comedian.
Oh, okay. I know you're talking about.
He looks like
Um,
Hornswoggle. He's not Hornswoggle.
yes. So
He said
there
he
was
actually had a match on the Jericho Cruise.
4 of them,
Yes.
and JD and
Yep.
Joe Hendry.
Yep.
That was it.
Hold on, I wrote it. Did I write it down?
You should, because I do believe there was 6, and that 6
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. McDonough, four Minniehausens, and Hendry. I wrote them all down. Yep.
Yep. So, all right. So, next match number 5, the champion Penta against Chad Gable. Um, Beautiful story. Good to
Yes.
see Chad win. It was a good match. It was, I liked the match. I wasn't blown
He
away
really
by
is a
it.
mini Kurt Angle, but instead of crying when he won the gold medal, he cries every time he wins a belt.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. I don't have a problem with it because I tell people the older I get, whenever you get officially broken a couple times in life, it just breaks you. Oh, I get all misty eyed about the goofiest things sometimes.
Dude, you and me both. I'll be watching a show and something like an emotional thing, like, oh my God,
Well,
over
it
here.
don't even have to be something sad. I mean, there's
That's
been
what I'm
like,
saying. It could be something inspiring, and you're like, and it
yeah,
just touches you. Yes, I know.
like, hey,
Um,
she's gonna get away from the monster. Oh no, he got him. Never mind. All right, drive that way.
but I'm not as big on this match as you are, or as you're about to say. I was okay with it. I was happy to see Chad win. It was a good match. It was very well wrestled.
Yeah,
They had a lot
very
of
technical.
spots. My opinion, night 1's match 5 beat this one, and that's only because of Randy Orton. If Randy Orton wouldn't have came into that night 1's match, this one might have beat night 1. But that's my opinion. Great match. Glad to see Chad as champion. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna vote for night two, but you brought up the reason I liked night one's match, and the Viper coming in and dropping Cody. Did just sorry, Chad. I gotta. And sorry, Penta too, because remember I've met that guy. He's cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, as cool a
Randy
moment as
Orton,
that
dude.
was for Gable, that's Randy Orton.
Yes.
That's like saying, hey, there was a charity basketball game and Michael Jordan come out and took three shots and it's like, okay, I don't even care about the actual rest of the game. You tell me Michael Jordan threw on a pair of sneakers, made a couple shots during a basketball game. Cool. I could care less about what else happened. It's like Randy Orton come back and drop Cody Rhodes. He didn't even have to drop Cody Rhodes. He could have dropped Michael Cole. I would have been just as happy. He could
Yeah.
have dropped.
Yeah.
He could have dropped. I mean, I'm pretty sure O'Shea Jackson Jr. was there along with T.J. Jefferson, who do the no contest wrestling that I've been catching up on recently. Uh, I'm sure they were there. He could have dropped one of them, and everybody go, I don't know who that is, but that was awesome. Now I know who it is, and it was still awesome. I mean, just yeah. Randall Keith comes back and drops somebody. Great. He could drop the Backstage Jabronis, and I would be just as excited about it.
Yes, yes.
In fact,
Out of nowhere.
mega sure. There's something else under me. It's not that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, good match. Night one wins. It's 3-2 now.
Ooh.
Sixth match, night 2. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. I'm gonna say it here. People can disagree or agree. This was the match of the entire SummerSlam. This was the best match of the entire 2 nights, my opinion. They told a story.
Yeah.
You didn't know, like you literally did not know who was going to win. They kept teasing different stuff. I feel like
About
the
two-thirds
whole
of the way through, I did.
I was uh um
2/3 of the way through, I realized I picked the wrong pony in this race.
there was times that I was thinking, but maybe I was holding on to hope. I was holding on to hope. And you have to tip your cap to them for acknowledging Dean.
Yes. Well,
That was big. They both. You said what?
John Moxley.
Yeah, John. Yeah,
I
but I'm
know
gonna
he was
say
Dean
Dean.
Ambrose in WWE. For all you people,
Yeah.
drop the comments. You can drop in comments, say whatever, but no, he ain't come back WWE. He don't want nothing to do with it. He
Well,
still,
he
I
signed for
think,
two
talks
more
to them,
years. He's 2 more years in AEW. He's signed through 2028. People. He's
and
not
he
unless he gets
grows.
himself fired.
He grows on me every. They're not going to fire him. That he could
Yeah.
light the place on
Yeah.
fire, and they're not going to fire him because of what he means over there. But
Wait.
yeah, he grows on
You
me
know
every
what?
time I see him. I become a bigger fan of his every just like these two, Seth, Mox, and Roman. Every time I see them, every time they come out, they could come out and do the dumbest stuff, and they just grow on me that much more because I just really enjoy what they do.
You know what am I talking about? That wasn't for Dean Ambrose or John Moxley. Kurt Angle let us know in his tweet that that was for him. Did you not see Kurt Angle's tweet? Kurt
I
Angle
don't think
put
I
a
follow
tweet.
Kurt.
Kurt Angle put a tweet of him in between Roman and Seth, and he said, "Thanks for acknowledging me, guys." When they was standing there over the mask and doing the little fist thing, Kurt put himself in his member because he was part of Shield for about one
Half an hour.
match. Yeah. So Kurt said that it was neat. This was a
Oh, I
great
do follow
match.
Kurt.
And
I do follow Kurt. Good for him.
did you not see you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His caption was "Shucks, guys, I miss you too."
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. So that was great. I forgot that I'm as my bad. It wasn't for Moxley. It was for Kurt. This match gave Night 2 the win, in my opinion. This was better than the Oba Brock match.
It was.
Tenfold, and that's not taking nothing from Oba. It just goes to show how good this
And
match was. And I love that Roman is winning matches without help.
Yeah. In fact, for the most part, both nights did not have near the interference that they usually do.
They
And
had
the thing
interference where
is
you needed it. Where you needed it. You
they
needed
they were
Randy in that
able.
CM Punk.
Yeah, they were able to. What Rollins and Roman did were able to do something that most are not capable of doing. They were able to bookend a chapter of not only WWE but of their history, bookend it and close that chapter. They could still fight after, and it'd be a whole different. It'd be continuations, but there is a part of it that is now complete and it's done because, like we said, Mox ain't coming back over. They did the nod to him for that, but the Shield is done. There's no more Shield, no more like that story is completely done. It's like a comic book. The story arc is done. They can do all kinds of other stories off of it, In fact, like I said, if these two laced it up and went toe to toe at WrestleMania or any other time, sure, it might be just as good. But for them to bookend that part of their history, it'd be like if Shawn and Triple H had a match where they tied all the DX stuff up. It just to see somebody tie a faction up like that to go, that's now done. I don't want to hear it again. I don't want to see it again. We just completely closed the door on anything moving forward that is the Shield.
Yeah, and like you said, it's very rare that people are able to do that. This was a 10-year story too.
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah. Altogether, I give night 2 also a 4.25. SummerSlam itself was easily a 4.25.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's
It's
great.
right there. It was. I mean, granted, it's 2 nights, but they. I mean, you could separate the nights, and you just heard us. We basically have the same for either night. Either night, if night one was just Backlash, or if night two was just whatever.
Night of Champions.
Yeah, Night of Champions. Then I think still it's right up there. That it was just one of the best.
I agree. SummerSlam was great. Had a great time watching it.
Yeah.
Raw, the next
Ooh,
night was pretty good too.
yeah.
It opened up with
Oh,
Roman Reigns,
yep.
and he comes
And
out
he got
there and says,
and he got interrupted again by somebody different.
"Yeah, yeah,
Well, because Roman was making a case. He was like, nobody else around has done anything to even warrant my attention. Nobody did anything last night at SummerSlam that remotely qualify you to even be standing in the ring with me. And then that music hit, and I went, maybe that guy.
yeah."
And honestly, Oba could have said it, but I would agree that honestly, Chad
We
Gable had a better performance than Oba. I'll stand
we
by that.
seen we seen who Oba's next eyes are on, and we'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, LA Knight, yeah, and his Walmart watch came out there, and
That's when Roman is just cooking. Like when Roman gets to cook like that and then LA Knight fed it back to him, that's great. But that's what Solo Sokoa is 100% of the time. So that's the fun part. Is Solo can do that all the time, but these two they start talking about how much their watch is worth, and it was just funny. Are you looking on Walmart.com to
Stossman
see if you
says
can
he
get
has
one?
earned it time. It was a $350 watch. I did look it up.
Wow. At Walmart?
It's not. It wasn't really a Walmart watch.
Oh,
Knight called Reigns a fraud and the biggest vomit in the business. He said he doesn't think Reigns is on his level, and says that that he is catching lightning in a bottle. He said he told Reigns that when he buys a pair, if he cannot grow a pair, he'll knock him back to his factory settings. Like the watch comment was nice, and
okay.
LA was giving it right back at him.
Yeah.
Um, it was a good opening, great opening. I'm loving. But here's the thing: that's LA is not his next opponent. They're doing a
No.
tournament now that's going to consist of AAA, NXT,
No, it's just
and
AAA.
it's what?
It's just AAA.
No, they said there's going to be some NXT people in it too.
I saw it
But
earlier.
it's going to
All,
be held at AAA.
yeah, because there's a tournament basically to determine the number one contender. Roman's going to go to AAA to defend it because at the very end of Raw, Roman and Ray are seen shaking hands, and Ray
Yes,
goes, "I got something I want to talk to you about," and he said, "Let's go talk about it."
you know who's
Roman's
going to
going to
win
be
that?
which how crazy is that? That the standing incumbent champion of WWE, the top guy, is gonna go to basically their development place and defend his belt there. It'd be like if he's going to NXT, and that's no knock on AAA because I don't think
I'm
those are the levels are thrown off. But you can't tell me that AAA is on the level of Raw or SmackDown.
It's not. It's not. It's been around a long time for a reason though. They're about to do their 34th their version of WrestleMania. So it's been around for a minute. Um but you know who's going to win and who's going to face him, right?
I got to look at the list.
You don't even need to look at the list. I'll tell you right now who's going to win the tournament.
Who is it?
Americano.
You think so?
Yes. He is he is more over than anybody
That's true.
in AAA.
I don't know that he was in it.
Yeah.
I gotta find this thing. Um,
But while you're looking at that, um Javon Evans went against Ethan Page. After
great
that,
match.
Evans won, but he was attacked by a new WWE star, a returning star,
Yep.
and he's 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that.
I don't know if you can. I mean, as good as that line is, I don't know if you can do that because last I heard, Enzo may be in TNA and may not have even signed with WWE. And it looks like Big Cass is doing his own solo thing because he kind of
Well,
said
it's
what
gonna be
Baron Corbin did, that he's not here to make friends. He's here to go to the top and win championships. And nothing personal, Javon. You just in the way.
that's exactly what he said when when they interviewed him. Um, I didn't like
Yep.
his finish.
I will take the field if you think that guy's going to win the tournament. I'll take the field.
You don't think he's gonna win?
No,
Why?
he's not in it.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the tournament.
Oh well, well, who all is in it then?
You got Penta versus Laredo Kid. I've met Laredo Kid too. He's fantastic. Psycho Clown versus Laparca. Met both of those two. Dragon Lee versus El Hijo D. Dr. Wagner Jr. He's pretty cool. And then Ray Phoenix versus El Fiscal.
I see Penta versus Ray to see who ends up facing him being the final match.
Let it be a three-way. Let it be a triple
Why
threat.
not? The brothers
The brothers
versus
have not
Roman.
faced that much.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised the original Americano.
Yeah, it's got to be Penta and Ray Phoenix. Because here's what I think you'll get. You'll get Penta versus probably Laparca, even though Psycho Clown would be a better match. Dragon Lee versus Ray Phoenix, and
Yep.
then you're gonna get Ray Phoenix versus Penta in the final. I bet that'd be
Here's the
what I
thing
would.
too. Rey Mysterio is really big on Dragon Lee though.
He is.
So and remember, Ray is part of
Dragon
the
Lee's more
booking.
of a son to him than Dom Mysterio. So
Yeah, and Ray is a part of the booking down there. So there's a chance Dragon could win that, and it could be Penta versus Dragon.
how crazy is that the booking committee is headed up down there by the
Undertaker.
and Rey Mysterio?
It's great. It's great. It's what it is. Good to see Big Cass back. I hope they don't drop
Yeah.
the ball on him, and I hope that little bear hug with throwing around isn't his move because it's stupid.
Which one?
Big
The
Cass,
bear hug thing.
the bear hug
Yeah,
slam. That was so stupid. I like the Bigfoot. The Bigfoot to me is a great finisher.
he does some other ones, but that's yeah, that looked different. I haven't seen him do that one before.
It's almost like Javon didn't know what to do. He's like, are you trying to give me a bear hug to make me pass out, or what are you doing? It was very odd.
I thought he was trying to give him like a back adjustment or something. Is what it looked like.
Yeah, who knows? Giving him scratching his back. We've seen Roman Reigns run into his cousins in the back after that, and he told them, "Leave LA Knight alone. Don't mess
Yep.
with him. I don't want y'all messing with him. Leave him to me."
Now we all know they listen to Roman about as much as we did to our parents as kids, so they'll clearly be in the middle of them.
Well. After he walks away, LA Knight does walk by,
Oh,
and
that was funny.
yes, LA does his You know what? That's what I'm saying. If Triple H is really, really listening to the fans and really paying attention to his own show, yeet. LA is so over and he's so good on the mic. He's
Yes.
good at everything.
Like
I
everything
think
they intentionally do to Sammy, they are unintentionally doing to LA Knight.
yes. Um
And when you get into the next actual match they had, I have heard some things.
well we
Although
see
we got a return in the next one too.
the Sol Ruca versus Roxanne Perez. Um
I am
so
hearing part of why Soul doesn't have. Does she still have the belt?
no, she does not. Remember
Okay, that's right.
um
Part of why she doesn't is they're not as high on her current in ring work as they were to start with. That
she's been struggling.
right, she's been missing some spots, and it hasn't been as crisp as it was. And
She
I mean, it
needs
is
to
what
she
it
needs
is.
to
Hey, it's
she
the same
needs to
way.
change her finisher.
It's It's too hard to do, and it's too easy to mess up. You're
Yes.
gonna hurt somebody, and it looks great. It looks fantastic,
It's a
but you
beautiful
can't.
move.
But it has to be set up in the most weirdest way, so it makes no sense. But um, obviously that ended up being a DQ, which we kind of figured because the Judgment Day ladies were down there. But we got to see two returns actually in this one because the man Becky Lynch came out, which I guess it's just Becky Lynch because the man is usually the heel part. But Becky came back and they're still looking. They're like one, two of you, and one, two, three of us. We still kind of like our odds here. Oh, and then somebody
Well,
else
no,
came back.
yeah. If you remember, actually, Liv is rolls out the ring and everything. She's on her way back, and that's
Yeah,
when Stephanie Valkyra's back. I was wondering what happened to her. Um, she's coming for her title. There's a chance she'll get it back if Becky doesn't take it.
I don't think Becky will take it.
Becky
which is
says is that
which I'll just say is an absolute travesty because I know Becky Lynch listens to the show. I know Seth Rollins does too. I know that their friends Rebecca and Colby do as well. I appreciate all four of you, even little Rue, all five members of that family that watch this show. It is a travesty because Becky Lynch is the best women's wrestler of all time. Sports Illustrated says it. Bleacher Report says it. Impact Media, the Backstage Jabronis, we say it too. It is just a travesty.
I agree. So, and you know what? Becky Lynch said some stuff here.
She
She
did.
said
She got
she
cut off too. If you didn't watch it live, you didn't catch her whole promo. I learned that
yes,
later. I saw it live.
Morgan called herself the greatest, like she always does, woman champion of all time. And
Of
Lynch said,
all
you're not
time.
even the greatest women's champion in your own group."
The one before that was even better.
And she said, you're not even the greatest women's champion who slept with Dominique Mysterio."
That that one.
I
She
said,
said that.
"Wow."
I was off. I was off in the floor, just dying.
Who was she referring to?
Rhea.
Oh, that's right,
The
mommy.
obvious choice. No, there's not more to it than you think there. No, it's no, he's only been technically linked to those two
Yeah, them
and he is
too.
happily married to a completely different young lady that they have known each other since they were 14. So it's
I
this
think
this is
I
all on
think
screen.
I think Stephanie is going to take the belt off of Raquel and Liv. I mean, and yeah, Liv is going to drop the belt to Becky.
Was Randy
What's
Orton there?
else, Ghost? I don't know what the fuck Ghost got going on. Um,
It's Randy Orton.
no shit. Um, then you got a Brock Lesnar video package where they talk about that, and he shakes Oba's hand in the back.
He did. Well, and just let me throw this out here too. Of all the places that he could make that announcement, including Monday Night Raw, where did he make the announcement?
On Pat McAfee's show.
Pat McAfee, who has a great relationship with WWE, but is officially done with them, according to a stipulation with that Cody match. but yet he still wanted to come on the Pat show and do it. The same reason why Aaron Rodgers loves to come on there and really fire up ESPN and all the things he did this week. Pat McAfee's platform is considered such a safe space for people to come on and just air their grievances or say what make announcements. Dana White regularly says things about the UFC on there that I mean he's like, oh, this isn't even public yet, but Pat, I mean, why not? When I'm on the show, hey, this is our new groundbreaking thing we're doing, and everybody's like, is that? He goes, that'll be a press release in like an hour, but yeah, you heard it here first. And so, for one, this is a great platform too. If somebody wants to, I'm not just saying come on here and break your biggest news, but no, this is a safe space for people that if you
Come
want to
here
come
and
on here and talk
just
about
tell us
whatever.
talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we are in talks with getting people on here. I know we say that, but it's because I can't release their names yet. But I promise you, there are people that are lining up to want to be on here, and we want them on here.
We'll have a ball. We'll skip a week of talking about WWE, Raw, and SmackDown, and we'll just have a whole little conversation with them. We might bring up some stuff that happened just to get their take on it. And
Sure, if they watch it.
but yeah. So but yeah, look for us. Oba comes out, he thanks Brock, and he lets everybody know I am the future and I'm the present, and then he lets everybody know also he's still got that world title match. So apparently
Which,
he didn't give up.
which, yeah. I was about to say that was the most confusing thing is that we thought it's like, oh, okay, well he's just going to take a pause and he's going to face Brock and then that, and then WWE is the one that muddied the waters and said no, no, no. It's like he cashed in that opportunity for that, so he's not going to have. I was like, so you had a King of the Ring tournament that he won, and it was all for nothing because nobody's going to get to use that spot. And I bet enough people heard that to where now they're like, oh no, no, he still has that. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
good way to
So he
save it
mentioned
because you
that.
guys almost ruined it.
Yes, they did. And so he walks out, he's leaving, and then
There you
here
go.
comes the vision.
You would think you would think Survivor Series would be the obvious choice for Ova versus Roman. I think Royal Rumble.
I think Royal Rumble because they're going to have somebody else win that Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
And that somebody else, if LA Knight doesn't take Money in the Bank, I think LA Knight wins the Rumble.
maybe. I mean, it's
Possibly.
possible.
But Oba and Braun have a stare down for the ages. It's a nice stare down. They're sitting there, and it's one of those that you're like, this is literally the future is now the present. And we're
Yeah,
seeing a possible WrestleMania preview 2-3 years. Yeah, they might wrestle before WrestleMania, but in about 3 or 4 years from now, kind of like the Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins facing each other in 2016, 2017, that was your first lineup of when they're fresh. Look at them now. That's what this is right here. This is we're new. Look at us in 5 years.
well, and Braun's got a cousin too that has been told by the governing body over his current job that he's not allowed to be at the first 6 games, and they won't say why, even though we all got pretty good.
We all know.
We have a pretty good idea. I'm not going to throw speculation out there. I think you can figure out why you get suspended from the NFL for 6 weeks. Usually not because usually not because you crashed a car or anything. So just think about it, especially maybe if he's in the family business. But they may inadvertently be causing us to see another member of the Rechsteiner family sooner than we thought.
Yeah, yeah.
And Braun, I'll tell you, Braun ain't gonna back down from nothing. That
At all.
he has went toe to toe on a football field with people at least as big as Obafemi, and it didn't stop him at all. In fact, I believe they had to dang near drag the other guy off the field.
I'm looking at here, see what else. Braun beat Joe Hendry afterwards. Austin,
Maxine,
yeah,
Austin.
Austin and Kyra, all that stuff happened. Then Big Cass had an interview. Ethan Page had a little interview talking about Chad Gable's. He wants that, and Chad Gable came out and to "You Deserve It" chants.
Yep.
Dominique then came out, said that you're just keeping the title warm for me.
And so that turned into the tag match of Gable and Penta versus Dom and McDonough, which was good. All four of those guys
Yes,
can work.
Yes, they can. And then Penta and Gable won.
Yep.
You see Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker run into each other in the back.
Yeah, I think Heyman's done with the Vision, like done. I think he's been done with them since he went back with Brock full time. I think that's why Maxine's been put with them. I think they're going a different direction with them. We got to wait and see what Bronson Reed's going to do when he comes back. But the Vision has a whole different vision, and they're once Logan and everybody comes back, we'll see what they actually do.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And actually, the
The,
street
the
the street fight wasn't that bad. This was
yeah, the
two
street
guys
fight.
that I heard Royce Keys on the No Contest Wrestling podcast he was on 2 times ago or so, but I heard him talk to them on there and say, yeah, they go back like 14 years. Like they used to ride the roads together, and they legit know each other. It's
Yeah,
not a
and so
story.
they're probably really enjoying working with each other right now too.
They are.
Like, I mean, we all know everything's a work. And it's good to see them two having a good time. The show ended with Jacob Fatu winning and Roman coming out there and giving him the nod of approval. So
Yep.
uh so Raw was pretty good. I mean, which I
Yeah.
didn't doubt it. On to SmackDown, which opened up very interesting with Sir Cody Rhodes being the crybaby that he is, coming out and telling Randy to come out here, but he got CM Punk instead.
Talk about anticlimactic.
Right. And
Hey
which
man, you'll go
led
see the new
to,
Spider-Man? Yeah, and you get there and it's like an actual like science documentary about spiders.
but then we got to see Kevin Owens come out, and that almost got real. I think they're really good
Almost.
friends. Yeah, I think they're good friends in the back, but a lot of stuff was said.
I don't
I
think they
believe.
are.
I don't know. I
They
feel like
have
most
such
of them.
they have such a history, CM Punk and Kevin Owens. It's very documented. It comes down to what Punk said. And that's why they both turned and looked at all this like, oh, almost didn't see you there. And they both looked though and go, but we're professional. We're not we might poke each other, but we're not gonna get into fisticuffs here because we're pros. We don't do that. And they didn't. For the most part, they just shoved each other. Nothing really come of it there, but oh yeah, this is well
It
documented.
was it was a good opening. I enjoyed the opening. With the exception of having to see Cody out there again. Um, then we
Agreed.
seen that Baron Corbin said, "Hey, you want your rematch for your belt? Come on, Trick." And Baron won again. He might have cheated, but he didn't get caught. And once
I can't
again,
wait. I can't wait till they change that belt because it's different and I like the fur on it and everything, but I can't believe that they debut they do so much build up to it, so much pomp and circumstance. They finally debut it, and 3 weeks later, they take it off the guy they made it for and put it on somebody else who is going to go back to the traditional one no matter what. And no, that's not a
yeah,
clue that he's going to lose it back to him. No, that's a clue that they just wasted a lot of money, and that's going to get locked in a warehouse for the next 20 years.
I feel like it'll be gave. It'll be gave to Trick, and he'll be able to because a lot of these belts get gave to the people that win them. If you look at the look
You
at
can buy them
the
from them.
possibly because a lot of them have belts of the ones they
You
had.
can you can buy replicas when you win them. A lot of times, that's what most of them do. The ones they have hanging are they, very rarely do they have the actual one they won.
Um, we seen later on where Carmelo approached Baron and said, "I'm coming for that title." So
He didn't
Carmelo's letting him
approach
know,
him.
"I'm
He straight up like street attacked him because he just come up and Baron's like, "Oh, you're gonna do this or something like that," and Melo just right into him, and I was like, "Well, that didn't take long."
yeah." Sami Zayn complaining. Nick Aldis about what happened at SummerSlam.
And he's not wrong.
Um, and Kevin Owens overheard and he approached him. And what Kevin said, I agree. Kevin said if it would have been flipped, you wouldn't have took this opportunity. And Sammy had to say, yeah, you're right. I guess,
Mm-hmm. Oh, like you said, he's happy for his friend Kevin Owens.
He just hate that it
It
came to
just
his.
it just sucks that it was on his dime.
But Carmelo will be facing Corbin next week for the title.
Yeah, I think they said that sounds right.
Chelsea Green then
Um,
come out and was celebrating her championship. Tiffany
yeah.
comes out
Hmm.
and they're, she said, and I'm be honest with you. So when they were talking, everybody thought, it's gonna be Tiffy two belts, but look at us. And I was thinking to myself, wouldn't this be interesting? Because I seen Fatal Influence come out, and I'm like, well, wouldn't it be interesting if it is Tiffy two belts by them winning these tag team titles? That would be neat. You'd have Chelsea as a tag team champion along with Tiffany. They'd both be two belts.
Yeah.
Instead, even though the women's title was put on the line because they said, okay, because JC Jane said, I want a shot at your title, Tiffany. And Tiffany said, okay, if we can get a shot at those tag team belts. They agreed. They lost. Next week, JC Jane becomes a new IC champion. I think we
Here's
both agree on that.
here's the crazy thing. Chelsea took the loss, so you have the person who is your brand new top champion take a loss to the tag champs, but a loss. And not just that, but when she gets inadvertently tagged in, I think that part was supposed to happen. I think she was loopy right around then because afterwards, when Nia and Lash come down to attack her, the referee waved them off multiple times and said something to where Nia just grabbed the belt and stood over her instead. Something happened. Chelsea either got dinged up or something, and the referee called them off because. And towards the end of the match, she wasn't missing spots, but she looked a little out of it, like she'd been knocked loopy or something. Because there was a couple times instead of walking in a straight line, she was just kind of almost drunk walking. She was just like spinning at the wrong time, and you're like, she's normally dead on everything, and it's not quite adding up. So I don't know if she got a concussion or if she just got smacked pretty good, or I mean, because you can box somebody's ear and their equilibrium's thrown off for a minute. So
Yes.
something like that could have happened, and they haven't reported anything. But for somebody who has a history of injuries at the absolute wrong time, I hope
Yes.
it's
Come
not
on.
serious.
Yeah. I do not want to see that. Um,
But
so
it looked
then
weird.
that was the next segment was I believe the seeds being watered to R-Truth and Damian Priest splitting here. They're about to lose the tag team titles. There is going to be a triple threat tag team match of the War Raiders, Wepa Up, and the new MFTs. The MFTs are going to win the tag team titles.
I think so
That's about
because
to happen.
you can't have one team with both belts. I don't think because then you just ask us why don't you just marry them together at that point?
Not only that, I just don't feel like the War Raiders couldn't get over in WWE. They had to go down to AAA to get over. In AAA, they are over.
They're really good, but they've always been really great on the indies. Like they lit up Ring of Honor, they lit up a lot of places they went. Yeah, it's kind of like the Motor City Machine Guns too. As good as they
Who's
are,
in TNA right now? And that, yeah,
like when they were in TNA, they were like the hottest thing ever, and now they're in AEW.
oh
Spoiler
AEW,
alert, if
yeah,
you didn't see that. So maybe they'll do better there. Honestly, I think there's just a few dream matches for them to have over there, and then I'd kind of let them go. But it's just sometimes, and it's not like oh they're not ready for the big time because no, I would say TNA, I would say AEW, New Japan, all those places are big time too. Those are all the top levels in my opinion. It's just for some reason the WWE audience just has nothing for the Raiders, and I don't. They have a little, like they kind of get into them, but maybe it's because they've been the Viking Raiders, they've been the War Raiders, they've been like half a dozen things. They've changed their looks, they've tried to do a bunch of stuff, and it just I don't. I think people are confused as to who they are.
yeah, yeah. Um, the so I believe MFTs will win the titles next week. Then
Good.
Randy Orton comes out and calls Cody arrogant. He's explaining that
Not
Cody's
wrong.
Cody unlocked the worst version of him, and they went back and forth. It was a good back and forth, and Cody said something. He said, "You were the legend killer, but now you're the only legend left." So
It's a good
like,
line.
who's going to put you down? Who's going to kill Randy Orton? I
Easy.
feel like he could
Gunther.
really. I feel like he could have worded
I,
that differently. He
yes.
could have said you're the last legend killer, So who's going to kill you? Or something like that. I mean, just the way
Or
he worded it was
or
bad.
so who's gonna kill that
That
legend?
legend. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's just, are you going to kill yourself? It just, I don't know. Just the way he could have worded it better. I didn't like it. Um, do I want to see another Randy and Cody?
About one more.
Only if Randy's going to win. Cody also said I was the champion, so I had to be a good guy. I don't have to be a good guy anymore. Nobody cares, Cody. Be a bad guy. Be a bad guy so we can boo you now. We're already
Yeah,
booing you and you're the good guy. Let us boo you because you're the bad guy. Do it.
Bad Cody
Do
is
it.
actually really cool. I like Bad Cody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's switch some stuff up. So in the backstage, we've seen Sammy venting to Johnny Gargano. I'm ready to see him get up
And
and actually
Candice
do
LeRae.
some stuff. Um, Candice pointed out that CM Punk was overhearing Zayn complain. Punk's over there once again is like, I'm so tired of this stuff. Um, and then Zayn yelled at Gargano for letting that happen.
Yeah.
It's a hilarious skit that they got going on, but they're wasting great talent. But
Oh yeah.
here's my tip. Here's me tipping your hat to Johnny Gargano, who's getting
Oh
paid
yeah.
really good.
Oh, he gets the full hat tip on
Johnny's
that one.
getting paid. Hey, Johnny's getting paid really good to just lay around.
See, here's a wrinkle that I want to see because all right, if we're not gonna put Johnny back in the ring right now for whatever reason, for one, at least he's not completely written off that he's there. But have it where Candice LeRae, the Poison Pixie, has a match, but she can't leave Johnny just there by himself. So if she gets Sammy or somebody to watch Johnny, so she can go have her match, and then she comes back and Sammy's like been in a fight with Kevin Owens, or he's not there at all, and so like Johnny's laying on the ground instead of on the box or something. Just have there's a whole nother angle we can go with this where it's like I have a match. Can you just watch him? Like have R-Truth come by and watch him. Have somebody come by and just
Or
watch him. R-Truth go, I got you, dog.
or if you notice, he's always laying on those little things that can be pushed around. She has to
Oh,
push him down to the ring.
you can do that.
um,
Well, see, that's two different times. Then one time she leaves somebody in charge, and she comes back and they're gone, and like he's
and
on the
she's like,
ground or something, and she's like, this is stupid. And so she's like, huh. So next time she just you see her shoving this thing down through there, shoves it like out to the entranceway, and just keeps going. Like she'll do a move, and she'll like look, like
yeah. So
see
I mean,
WWE, we just wrote you 2 weeks worth of content for the Garganos,
there you go. Come on.
and,
Then there
and
was a
you can use
vignette.
anybody you want right there.
Shinsuke Nakamura is back, and he's letting you
Did you
know
hear what he said?
he's not coming alone. And
I
I know
thought of
who
one person immediately, but I want to hear what you're going to say.
I believe, and I can almost stand on Hiromu Takakashi.
Tanahashi?
Yes, that's
Hiromu?
who he's
Ooh,
bringing. That's who he's
ooh,
bringing.
he is one of my favorites.
That's who he's bringing. I can.
I, I mean,
He's
I
already
wish
signed.
he
He's already
did he.
signed to WWE.
He
Yes, he
did.
signed the same time as Evil did.
I put I put him in he is for what he's done in New Japan. For people that want it in perspective, he is. These are two completely different kind of wrestlers, but for what Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect, did in the WWE to hold down that middle card, like that intercontinental level. Now he can be above that, but to hold down and really cement that as a place you want to be, that's what Hiromu Tanahashi has done. Is he is the king of the mid card who, like I said, he can be top level, but he's just that guy. When you got to have a match in the middle of the card, that's the guy.
And they've already got him a new ring name,
Oh,
Bakasua, Bakusui, Bakasui, Bakusai, or some shit. Bakusai, Bakusua, some
let me
shit like
see.
that.
Hiromu. Oh, it's Takahashi. My bad.
Yeah,
Tanahashi is the
Takahashi.
legend over there. Takahashi.
Yeah, Hiromu Takahashi. He's
It's the
already
Japanese.
signed with WWE, and they've
Oh,
got a new ring name of Bakusai. And I believe that's who he's bringing with him. And eventually,
there's somebody else.
Naraka,
Yeah, Naraku.
Yeah, and eventually Naraku will join them as well, and they will be more dangerous than any group.
Woo. That's like WWE audience for the most part has no clue about those three in general. You kind of know a little about Shinsuke. You have no idea what he did in Japan long before he got over here. He was one of the first. He was one of the ones who didn't decide to stay and said, "I'm going to check out what this WWE thing's all about." And basically, even though he didn't get the world's best booking, he told all the rest of them how good it is. And that's why a lot of the big stars have left New Japan recently.
Well, also imagine Hiromu and Shinsuke versus the MFTs. How much of a banger would that be?
Oh yeah. I mean, just in general, like that's what I'm saying is that's another trio to add to all these other trios going on. I mean, there is one trio that needs to stay away from that New Japan group right there, Shinsuke's group, whatever it is, and that's the Bloodline. Because nothing personal to the Usos, Roman's fine. Roman will hang with them fine. The Usos may not come out of that looking great. Like
I
they're really
agree
good, and I
because
give it to them. But man,
they're
they're gonna
good
get
perform. They're
clowned
good.
by those guys.
They're good shows. The good performers, but that banging they did be in trouble with.
Yeah,
Um.
that strong
So
style.
strong. That's exactly. The show ended with Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill, and
That was good.
Charlotte got the win. And there was a new debut. There was a return and a new debut that I don't know who the debut is. I don't know nothing about her. Alexa Bliss came back, and then Tatum Paxley. Yeah, what?
Tatum
Tell me about
Paxley.
Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum Paxley, in a way, followed the kind of Rhea Ripley model. Um, she used to be just normal, came out, was a good wrestler and everything. It wasn't really taken on. She has started to get that whole, it's not even a Wednesday Adams, but that darker, crazier, maniacal, like the way she twisting dolls and stuff like that. I mean, she's really good.
Was she ready for the call up?
Yeah, they a month and a half ago or so, she lost a title match or lost a title, and pretty much had said goodbye to everybody in the arena that night. So I had an idea it was going to happen, and to pair her with Alexa Bliss, that's how you can get Charlotte and Alexa apart because those two they can play that whole, like the way Alexa's kind of twisted and dark is a different play on the way Paxley is. So if you stick those two together, oh, they're going to be fun.
Okay. And I don't know
Once
if you
again,
know
if you're watching
who he
NXT, you
is,
know all about the women's division.
and I don't know if you know who he is, but also down there in the NXT is a wrestler by the name of Javier Bernal.
Okay.
That is her husband.
Oh, good for that guy. Because
You know who I'm talking about?
I do.
Okay.
He kind of he's very spot duty down there. He's not a regular featured cast member.
Yeah.
I think he's either been on Evolve or maybe even down in AAA recently. But he's good. He just and the good thing about them having all those different properties, it's like a major league baseball team. Just because a really good player is in Double A does not mean that they're not good enough to be on the top level. But maybe they're a shortstop, and your shortstop's Derek Jeter. You know, maybe you're a third baseman, and the Braves have got Chipper Jones. So I got to put you somewhere where you can get the rep and you can continue to evolve and get better, so that when Chipper stops playing third, I can bring you straight up and do that. So having those other places like not Triple H, like AAA and some of the other ones they have and Evolve and all those, it's giving them other homes to get people the rep. So it's like, hey, go over there and have like 4 or 5 banger 5-star matches, and then at that point we'll have the room to pull you here so we can do this other thing. And I like that they're doing that. It used to be they had to have uh you know they had to have the FCWs and the OVWs and stuff. Now they're doing it across different levels because they're having they you know they'll have relationships with other places and go, hey, let me send handful of my guys and gals over there, and you send a couple of yours here, and that way everybody gets the reps in that they need. Because I really don't have a space for this person here right now, but I don't want to get rid of them.
Well, I'm curious of why they brought Tatum up, because if we're being honest, I'm closing my front door. If we're being honest, they're moving SmackDown. SmackDown's already a 2-hour show. It's going to be a 2-hour show. They've already got 18 women on the roster, not counting Rhea Ripley, who just had knee surgery this week.
Yep.
So she's going to be out for a minute. But 18 women on a 2-hour show that also includes men.
Where's Jordan Grace?
Yeah, I don't know. You said what now?
Where's Jordan Grace? She's like, we need to start checking like milk cartons or something for her. She got called up to SmackDown, showed up for like a month or two, and I see her more on Facebook videos with her husband than I do her on television. So
yeah,
if they can't figure
and
out
all
what to
those
do with
vignettes.
Jordan Grace, then I don't know if I'd call myself a professional writer, because she writes stuff on her own.
Her vignettes were great. Yeah, so we'll just see. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
But that closed the show. This has been almost a 2-hour show for us. I know it's pushing there.
And we're not done. I just realized something we ain't even got into.
What did we not get into? Oh yeah, the picks. So we do know who but this will be a quick one. We do know who's the reigning champion. I ran off with it. I think I had by far the best picks for the 2-night special. I think I missed 2. And the 2 that I missed was the Danhausen one and the no, I missed the Roman Reigns one as well.
Yep. You missed Danhausen, Roman, and the number one contender match on night 1.
Everybody missed that number 1 contender, so I don't count that one. I missed 2.
Oh, matter if it counts or not, nobody got credit, so
You're right.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I don't need that. But yeah, all right. Night 1, well, it doesn't matter. The whole night of that one, because you went. I think you went 6-0 on night 1.
Yes, sir, I did.
And I went 4-2, which I was pretty excited about. Yeah, I never made up the extra one, but so you retained. So kudos to you. You said it is getting heavy. Maybe I'm doing that on purpose to just punish you for having it and make your shoulder sore, and you'll be out like Brie Bella. Maybe you can share a
or Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss.
Real quick, did you see that gnarly brace he has on her elbow?
Yes.
That is gnarly. It is. Anyway, so congratulations to you on that. Let's go number 1 contender on night number 1. I said we had to add Kyle Charisma to that. He actually had the exact same pick as Overkill and Kilo. So we actually had a 3-way tie, because remember, we were trying to figure out if the tiebreakers went to night 1 or to overall, and I think we said overall. So you had the 3 of them. Make sure that, the 3 of them went 5-1. They all missed the I think the Bloodline one. Maybe. I don't remember what they missed, but they all did that. They were the only 3 that had 5 correct. Everybody else had 3. So that eliminated Skrilla, Marco, and Jeff from the Father Son Wrestling podcast. So those 3 become the number 1 contenders for night 2, and they ended up facing Carson, who did retain. He was 4-2. My brother went 3-3, so that dropped my brother back into the number 1
contenders match
on night number 2. Along with anybody else who didn't win the number 1 contender. So we ended up having 4 in that one. Yeah. But so night 2 was Carson versus those 3. And we have a new champion. Because Kilo gets his belt back. Made sure his brother didn't get it. Made sure Kyle didn't have it, and he beat Carson as well. My goodness, he went against 3Ks, and I'm going to say it that way on purpose so we are not canceled because I am not even wearing the right color to say this the other way. Um, he beat 3 people whose name starts with K. Carson, Kilo. No, he is Kilo. Okay. So he beat Carson, Overkill, and Kyle. So, okay, KOK. We're good. We're good. OKK, KKO. All those sound just as weird. But yeah, Kilo ended up winning the belt on night number 2, which means in the next one, which I believe is Sunday night main event,
in Atlanta.
Kilo is going to defend against Carson and against the new number 1 contender, who is Marco from the first one. Who he had an okay night 1, he had a way better night 2. Eliminated Skrilla, Jeff, and my brother. So yeah, on the next one, you'll get me and you in a match. You will get a number 1 contender spot with however many other people want to be in that one, and you will get Kilo versus Carson versus Marco.
So congrats, Kilo.
Because I think one of them come down to a. No, we didn't have a. Okay, that's what I was checking to see if we had a. Yeah, I was looking to see if we had a tiebreaker, but the tiebreakers actually didn't matter because I think Kilo. Yeah,
Kilo ran away with it night 2.
he went 5-1 in night 1, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe he went 5-1 with the one that he missed being the one thrown out in night number 2. So he almost ran the gauntlet.
So just to say this, and then we can go on our way. I'm seeing something on here. It says that, and I'm making sense after, especially after what we said earlier in the show. Dominic Mysterio reportedly is frustrated with the way he's being booked in WWE. He said that he wished that he was being booked in WWE the same way that he's being booked in AAA.
Yeah,
And I agree with him 1,000%.
yeah, because he's becoming a megastar in AAA, and that's before his
Yeah.
dad got down there.
Yes, it's not even his dad thing.
That was when Conan was booking. That's when the Undertaker is now, and
Taker.
that's a little bit of his dad, or a little bit of Ray, I guess, his uncle.
Yeah. Yeah. All
Uncle
right.
Ray
Well,
helping him out.
it's been fun.
Yeah,
I'm about to go get something to eat. It's a little late, 9 o'clock. Take care of the wife. She's a little sick.
yep. Hopefully, she feels better soon. Mine's a little under the
Yeah, I
weather
need her to
too.
go to work.
He's doing all right.
All
It's
right.
about to
Well,
be tippy time for sure because she is going to throw you through a ladder.
I know, right? Look for us possibly this Thursday. Possibly, I think I'm off Thursday. We'll talk about, I guess, Raw. That's really all there is.
Yeah,
Might be some other stuff come up. We'll see. There's always a chance something comes up that we'll talk about. Um, let's continue to watch. Check out Facebook. Check out Instagram.
yeah.
Jeremy posts on everything. Yeah.
Let's see. The tomorrow, if you're in Cedartown, I will be at Honor Code Wrestling. I had Corey James, the Pale Rider, on this week, who has a big match against one of his mentors, Joey Callahan, who is on kind of his farewell tour now that he's cleared to be back in the ring. There's a bunch of other good matches there. If you're near Cedartown, come check it out. I think bell time 7. I appreciate it because it's a really good show. It's not far from the house. But also shout out to Xander Warwick, who has been on my show before. But he gave us the hookup, or he gave me the hookup with this cool shirt here. I told him I'd wear it on the show. Probably wear it on a bunch of shows. Definitely go check him out. I don't think he's on this card. He'll probably be walking around, kissing babies, taking photos. Everybody loves that guy. But yeah, other than that, I think I only got one show next week, but we'll talk about it next week.
All right.
But yeah, food is calling me as well. So I will. We will call this a show, and we will both go eat food and take care of
Yes, sir.
our amazing wives.
Our lovely wives.
But for my tag team partner, Daniel Snyder, I am Jeremy York. Here's my $50 watch. We will see you guys next week
Your
on the Backstage
Walmart
Jabronis.
watch.
That is not a Walmart watch. That was a cruise ship watch. Thank you very much. But this has been the Backstage Jabronis. There is only one Backstage Jabronis, and that is us. We will see you guys next week. Deuces, gooses, go watch wrestling.